I should have seen it coming. The late nights, the hushed phone calls, the way she smiled at her phone in a way I hadn't seen in years. I warned her. I tried to be calm, rational, even fair. "If you run around with him," I said one evening, my voice steady but heavy, "I'm gone. I won't stay in a marriage where I'm treated like a fool." She laughed, just laughed, not nervously, not apologetically, not even mockingly at first, just a light, casual laugh, like I had said something absurd. "Oh, come on," she said, brushing it off. "You're dramatic. You worry too much. I don't even know what you're talking about." I should have left right then. I should have walked out and never looked back. But I stayed, clinging to hope, to years of shared life, to the family we had built together. I told myself I was being paranoid, that maybe I was misreading the signs. But deep down, I knew better. The weeks passed. The late nights became more frequent. She avoided eye contact when I asked simple questions. There were excuses for every absence, explanations that never quite added up. And still, she mocked me every time I tried to confront her. One Friday evening, I came home early from work, hoping to surprise her and maybe salvage a moment of normalcy. What I found instead confirmed everything I had feared. She was on the couch, laughing, sitting far too close to him, her coworker, the man I had suspected. The way she leaned into him, whispered something that made him laugh, the ease with which she touched him. It was intimate, familiar, and horrifying all at once. I froze. For a moment I didn't move. My chest tightened, my stomach turned, and the house felt suddenly smaller, suffocating. Then I remembered my words from weeks before, the warning I had given, the boundary I had set, and I realized, with devastating clarity, that it didn't matter. She had mocked me, ignored me, and betrayed the trust I had tried to preserve. I didn't yell. I didn't demand explanations. I didn't beg. I simply walked to the door, feeling every step like reclaiming a piece of myself. I grabbed my coat, took a deep breath, and left the house. No shouting, no slamming doors, no dramatic exits, just a quiet, deliberate removal of myself from a life that no longer deserved me. The nights that followed were the hardest. Pain, disbelief, and anger collided inside me, making sleep impossible and every thought a sharp reminder of betrayal. Friends tried to console me, to offer advice, but nothing could erase the image of her laughing with him on the couch, the casual way she dismissed my warnings, the smugness of her disregard. Slowly, I began to rebuild. I focused on myself, on my work, on the things that made me whole outside of her deceit. I found strength in routines, in exercise, in reconnecting with friends who had been quietly supportive all along. I focused on what I could control, my life, my choices, my boundaries. Weeks turned into months. The shock faded, replaced by a quiet determination. I realized that betrayal, as painful as it is, can also be a catalyst. It forces clarity, forces you to confront the truth you may have avoided for too long, and forces you to make decisions that preserve your dignity. Eventually, she tried to contact me. Texts, calls, even attempts at casual conversation when she thought I might forgive or forget. But I had learned the hard way that her words were meaningless without integrity. The trust she had shattered couldn't be rebuilt with apologies or explanations. I didn't respond. I didn't engage. I simply continued my life, undisturbed, unshaken. Looking back, I realize now that the warning I gave her wasn't just a boundary, it was a test of character. She failed spectacularly, and in failing, she revealed who she truly was, someone incapable of respecting love, trust, and commitment. I also realized that my own power came from restraint. I didn't yell, I didn't confront, I didn't react in anger. I simply left. My silence, my deliberate exit, was far louder than any argument could have been. It spoke of self-respect, clarity, and an understanding that some people cannot be changed, cannot be convinced, and are not worth the energy of fighting. Betrayal often comes disguised in small lies, whispers, and excuses, but sometimes it announces itself clearly, through laughter, through disregard, through the casual mocking of the person who gave everything and received nothing in return. Recognizing it, accepting it, and removing yourself from it is the hardest but most empowering choice you can make. I won't lie. The pain of those months lingered. The memory of her mockery, the image of her betrayal, stayed with me. But it no longer controls me. It serves as a reminder. Love and commitment are precious, and anyone who dismisses them casually does not deserve a place in your life. Now, years later, I am stronger, wiser, and more discerning. I've rebuilt my life, my sense of self, and my trust in people who deserve it. And every time I remember that moment, the warning I gave, the mockery she threw in my face, the deliberate step I took away from it, I am reminded that empowerment is not found in confrontation or revenge. It is found in self-respect, in clarity, and in the courage to walk away from those who don't value you. That day, when I warned her and she mocked me, was the day I learned the true weight of betrayal. But it was also the day I reclaimed my power, my peace, and my life.